Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you to the Dave Brown Show and the Dad's Connection. We're here to talk about a few things today, including my cause to bring my son Darmani home. Now here's how it goes. I know that making this cause might not be, how do you say it? It might not force the tribe into doing anything at all. They might not recognize people's opinions. They might not, any of that kind of stuff. But here's the thing. With this cause to bring my son Darmani home, I'm hoping and praying that that it maybe might draw media attention, might draw in a lawyer who might want to do some pro bono work for a really good cause. Reaching out and seeing what kind of supporters I actually have out there, what kind of friends and family I have who are there to stand by me, really does tell me a whole lot. I'm also going to do a petition the tribe to make changes, and then also my next step is to also try and speak with tribal council, which hopefully I'll be able to do soon. Now, with all that said, I really hope you guys will check us out, check out my cause to bring Darmani home. Make sure to click the join button up at the top. It's very important. I'm also going to be talking about a few other things I saw in the news today, including the matter with the little 10-year-old girl that was abducted just a few days ago, just within 3 blocks of her house. Now I'm seeing on the news today, it's not confirmed yet that it's her, but they really do, a lot of, the media believe that it is her, but can't say for sure right now. It's a really sad thing. I mean, my oldest daughter, she's 12 years old, and at some times she does have to walk to school, and man, it just creeps me out. It scares the shit out of me. Pardon my language, but it really does. It scares the heck out of me. And to think about it, I also have a little 4-year-old girl, who I see off on the bus 3 days a week, and make sure that I see her when she gets off the bus 3 days a week. But thinking about her future in this kind of world, people are just snatching up kids all left and right. And man, it's horrible to see what kind of people, people can be so sick, demented, twisted. It had me in tears today for sure. Watching the news, thinking about my own little girls, thinking about my son who I can't protect because somebody else has him. Now, here's the thing. Here's the good news. Let's start with some good news for today. I have filled out the affidavit to 1, change my son's name, and for 2, also get put onto the birth certificate. There are a lot of rights and responsibilities that come with the birth certificate. I don't think I'm going to let any of that scare me off, though. So, I've already filled out the affidavit. It's already sent into the state. And hopefully I'll be getting, hopefully I'll get his new birth certificate with his biological last name, which it should have been in the first place, on it. So, well, and although this might tick Jolene off, you have to remember one thing. This is my son. I did not give him up. I did not give him away. I did not ever have a choice in the matter. Now, one thing that CPS really did really wrong, and Jolene sat here in court saying to us that she had a CPS worker call her and ask her if she was going to take Lorna's child, my son. Okay? Now, CPS isn't allowed to do that. Yet they did somehow. They did not even consider, not for one instance, that he had a father out there that wanted to be there. Even though they had a report and had spoken with the hospital, and the hospital had informed them that there was a potential father out there trying to seek custody. That was me. For all of you out there who might be associated with CPS, that was me. And you screwed up. Either way, it is what it is. Right now he's there. I'm here. I'm out here trying to bring him home, as I would have done right from the very start. I can't fathom how, how they can't consider the consequences or the outcome at all. They didn't have any consideration. They didn't look my way. As I've said in many of my statements on Facebook and on Twitter, that I tried to reach my son. I tried and tried and tried and tried, while all the whole time being ignored because this person, Jolene, wanted my son to herself. There is a whole much better way to go about it. I'm the type of man where if I know my son or daughters have other siblings, that they're just as important too. And I would have made sure that he had contact with them as best as possible. However, in this manner, all my right, all my everything was taken away. And most of all, my son's right. It was my son's right to have a biological connection with his father or his mother. Okay? Now, his mom screwed up. She has made a ton of mistakes. Not only with my son, but with her other children. And it saddens me. It makes me sick. It actually curled my stomach when I found out more about some of the other children that could have been born from this lady. Okay? I'm not here to talk bad about anybody, though. I'm here to point out the facts, to reach out to you and America to try and make some changes along the way. I'm here to hopefully bring my son home eventually. This is what I want. And this is hopefully what he wants. But I have no way of finding out. They won't even let me talk with him. I can't talk with him on the phone. Nothing. On the 6th of this month, I sent out a box with 3 birthday presents, a card, and a letter. Okay? So far, none of them have been signed for or picked up from the post office. I believe they know who it came from and that they don't want my son to have them. Okay? Now that's not okay at all. At all. I mean, you're preventing him from having something from his real dad, from having something for his birthday. I mean, come on, people. Get your head out of your butts. This isn't just about what you want or what I want. This is about the child involved. My son Darmani. This isn't about anybody else or anything else. It's about him. And not giving him his gifts, not allowing him to have that, not allowing him to have a part of me, you're hurting him. Okay? You're hurting him. Yes, it hurts me too. So if you get some kind of satisfaction out of that, you're really sick. Not everybody's going to agree with me, and not everybody's going to see things my way. Not everybody understands why I'm all over the internet trying to get help. I don't have the money. I don't have an attorney. I don't have anyone who can back me up on this. There's been a few options out there, but they're not options because they're not approved through the tribe. I'm not so sure I could get a fair and reasonable lawyer through them, through the tribe. Because it seems like, they're the ones fighting me here. If this was stateside, damn, I would already have my son. I'm sure of that. I'm positive of that. I can prove the fraud. I can prove the lies. I have the evidence. This judge here in Warm Springs is totally overriding me. How can Jolene be allowed to, one, turn in any kind of evidence without me seeing it or having copies myself? You know what that's called? That's called ex parte. Ex parte. But that is exactly what happened. She was allowed to sit there in court and insult me without knowing a thing about me, and even said so in the same sentence. She said, I don't know anything about him except for what my neighbors have told me and my friends have told me. Oh, well, that's a whole lot. Jolie, I really don't know anybody other than Lorna, the mother of my son, and I've met a few others, and including Garrett, my son's older brother. Yes, I was smoking pot for medical usage, okay? And not everybody agrees with that. Not everybody thinks that makes you a good parent. But you know what? Does narcotics make you okay? Does narcotics make it all that much better? Sitting there, rotting your liver, rotting your kidneys? That's the only other alternative I have to live a halfway decent normal life. I have a lot of physical problems. Does that mean that I'm not a good parent? Does that mean I don't deserve to have my son? No, not at all. I don't believe so, and my wife doesn't think so, and I don't know what all of you think. But I know, to me, that's not okay. I take good care of my daughter, Ava. And when Angel's here, I take great care of her. I try to do my best for my kids.